Hello, this is Nathaniel Rigo. Today we'll be talking about the top 10 foods that could end you if unwisely and unsafely cooked. Whether it's foreign fish in Asia or naturally conserved sharks in Greenland, you need to be extremely careful when preparing, cooking, and or consuming these certain foods in question. Number 10. Fugu. Also known as potato, pufferfish, blowfish, fugu is an Asian delicacy that's been controversially backlashed for its deadly downsides, in which case improper, unsafe, and unwise prepping cooking of the said foreign fish. Because of this, consuming unwisely prepped cooked fugu could result in serious health issues and eventual death. Served in the Philippines, Japan, and other nations in Asia, fugu by consumption requires 3 years or less of culinary training for chefs to master the controversially backlashed seafood delicacy. Fortunately, fugu's served quite detoxed, safe, and properly edible for patrons to induce, consume, feed on. Number 9. Rice. Uncooked rice could harbor deadly bacteria, resulting in dreaded food poisoning and sometimes eventual death. It's highly recommended that rice should be entirely cooked and or wisely preserved. Refrigeration for less than a day. It's also dangerous to reheat rice more than once. That's definitely the right way to go. Number 8. Chicken. According to the CDC, it's highly recommended that chickens to be cooked at a proper temp of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Like other poultry products, raw chicken is, in particular, capable of harboring numerous bacterial diseases like E. coli and or Salmonella. It's quite suffice to negate the risk of foodborne illnesses through chicken by washing, sterilizing, and thoroughly cooking chicken, from the use of gloved hands to cooking eating tools. Number 7. Greenland shark. In Greenland, the namesake shark species, also known as harkel, are to be safely prepped, preserved, and cooked in between. Otherwise, they could end you via deadly diseases. If you really want to safely consume Greenland shark, it's highly recommended that you salt and serve them safely as famished consumers, tourists in Greenland. What the shark? Number 6. Wild game animals. Sanitation, self-prep, and wisely healthy cooking are what's required for consuming big game animals, including bears, deer, wild boar, moose, rabbit, you name it. Thus, you're to be early purged of their natural and biotoxins, chemicals. Make sure to cleanse and butcher them safely through and through before consumption. Number 5. Gorillas. Certain countries like Congo and or Cambodia serve exotic animal dishes like gorillas. Their bush meat just has to be safely and properly sterilized and cooked to perfection before consuming. Gorilla is one of the Asia and Africa's most unusual delicacies on Earth.
What? They let a smelly, hairy flea bag like that serve food?
Number 4. Spiders. Another delicacy in Cambodia, but they have to be lightly fried and first purged of all foreign toxins upon prior slaughtering. These eight-legged delicacies are mainly native to Cambodia and other parts of Asia, of course. Number 3. Cassava, also known as yuca and tapioca. Cassava is a foreign root that can be used for bubble teas, which we consume worldwide these days, especially in the United States. However, it's only as long as they're deprived of any toxins that could pose a threat to human health. The two mandated qualifications of bubble tea are non-toxic levels and, well, cassava. They have to be decently cleansed before consuming for that safely sweet and bitter bubble tea taste that we feed on every day. Number 2. Potatoes. Between fries and potato wedges, potatoes are one of the world's most crucial crops. Yet unless it's deprived of any bacterial green, i.e. rusted potatoes, they are highly unsafe to eat. You also have to make sure they don't spawn any bacteria spores while disposing of any levels of alkaloid, a bacterial substance that could result in major illness and death if not cooked properly. Numerous people were highly fearful of the potato at their own risk amid the Great Potato Famine in Ireland. Ironically, it was started those dark days without consuming potatoes at all. Number 1. Living calamari. Served in Taiwan and other countries in Asia. At number 1 on the list is the living calamari, aka san nak ji. The squid's edible but remains alive when served. So after being seasoned and sterilized, it has to be cooked and chopped before consumption, otherwise you could suffocate on its actively slithering tentacles. Like fugu, it's another Asian delicacy that's quite controversially backlashed. Still, living calamari deserves its place on the list for these reasons. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next mini podcast video.